Hey, Capt Logos here, preacher at large, teaching the word and inspiring 3 minutes at a time. Hey, I want to talk about baggage this morning. We all got baggage, right? Yep. So, where does all that baggage come from? Well, let me ask you this. What has shaped your life to this point? People, places, institutions, jobs? Yep. All that probably has a factor in who you are and what you think today. One of the biggest factors in everybody's life is their upbringing and their culture. The leadership of mom or dad, if they had a mom or a dad or both, whether it was good or bad, whether it was indifferent, whether they were instilling values in you or they were just letting you do whatever the heck you wanted to because they didn't want to be bothered with you, which is a lot of parents nowadays, it seems to be. Well, it's either two ends. It's either too strict or too loose. Some craziness going on out there, man. But we all have baggage. And we bring it to life and we use that baggage as a filter when we make decisions. Yep, you use and I use that baggage when we make a decision. So we have to be very intentional in our thought process in order to understand the baggage we have so we can weigh it against what we're thinking to make sure the baggage is not actually making the decision for us. Yeah, this baggage also follows us into relationships. And so we have these bad relationships one after another, and we wonder why. Well, it's because we drug the baggage from the first relationship into the second relationship, and then the second relationship into the third relationship, and on and on and on, and we never dealt with the baggage, and we wonder why I can't have a good relationship. Well, you got too much baggage. Deal with it. Yeah, there. Enough said on that. Well, that baggage also follows us into the Word of God, and it can cause some issues in our thinking. You see, what we believe and how we process things, and all of those filters are what we think and what we'll act on and what we'll do. John the Revelator says in Revelations 13 and 15 and 16, I know your works. He's talking to the church of Laodicea, the lukewarm church. I know that you're neither hot nor cold, and I wish that you were hot or cold. So then, you are lukewarm, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. Well, I've heard it preached for years that hot and cold is, hot's on fire for God and cold is not. And so God either wants you one or the other. You're either with God or against God. And well, that's not God's nature. And so I'm always questioning it. I'm like, there's got to be another reason. And so I understood that that's not the answer. God would never tell you to be cold. Well, if we have a true understanding of what was being said, to whom it was said, when it was said, we'll understand. And so archaeological digs have done that for us in our modern context. And so basically there are hot springs near Laodicea, right, in Hermopolis. And there's aqueducts, and they've dug them up. And they've seen all the junk. They were trying to get this hot water there. And then there were cold springs in Colossus, and Laodicea was trying to pull the water through aqueducts there. But by the time the hot water got to where it was going, it was lukewarm. By the time the cold water got there, it was lukewarm. Guess what? It was neither cold nor refreshing nor life-giving. Neither was it part of the healing springs where people went and got into the hot, warm water that was healing. It was good for nothing. So God is either wanting you to be hot or cold. Yeah, hot being life-giving, healing. Cold being life-giving, refreshing. Because if you're lukewarm, that's when it was good for nothing and the parasites and all that junk and they got sick. So that's why he doesn't want you to be lukewarm, because you get sick. You'll be anemic. He wants you on fire for God. He wants you as cold as ice, cool and refreshing. Now, use the right filters. Understand what they understood it to mean, and then make application. Now, get your face in the Bible.